Hello everybody, it's James Schumacher here, CEO of the Startup Race, also the organiser of the Angel Investor Meetup Group. I'm here today with Nick Kuenssberg, who is our guest speaker on the 2nd of October. And Nick is a veteran businessman, angel investor and mentor. So I'm very grateful, Nick, that you're going to be our guest speaker. And because, you know, when I met you and I found out about your story and your experience, I thought, wow, there's not many people who have the experience that you have in Scotland. So it would be really useful to get you as our guest speaker.
Oh, delighted. Look forward to it.
Good. So one of the questions I'm really interested in is, what inspired you to become an angel investor in the first place?
Well, I wasn't inspired, I have to say. I fell into it by accident. I'd had a relatively successful corporate life, which came to a rather grisly end over 20 years ago. And it was the mid-90s when everybody was chasing MBOs, and I chased MBOs for a year. I think we were looking at about 5. We bid for, I think, 4, supported by a couple of banks, which are no more. And each time we missed out by £500,000, £750,000. And then I was corralled by Edward Cunningham, who's a lovely man, for those who don't know him, who was one of the founders of the Braveheart Angel Group, Business Angel Group. And so I got involved with them, liked their model, and became chairman of one of their companies, and got actually quite involved in a lot of their companies. The first one didn't work. The second one, however, did work, albeit it took 6 years and was a fairly helter-skelter of a journey, but it was finally a successful outcome. But by then, I got involved in lots of other things, including the IOD, which was very useful for getting me out of my corporate bubble. And so since 1996, I've invested in north of 40 businesses. Wow. Some only a couple of £1,000, some significantly more. And I'd be very happy to talk about my experiences with those on the 2nd of October.
And I do believe you've also done some analysis of the outcomes and the different companies.
Yeah. I can come up with some lessons as a result of that analysis.
Yeah, so this is top secret information that you might...
Well, I wouldn't say it was top secret, but it's my personal experience, and because I've been doing it, I say, for 22, 23 years now, and in over 40 companies, there must be something that at least I can learn from it, and maybe some of that can be useful to others. Apart from that, I've also been involved with jury duty, as it were, selection panels for various business startup competitions, you know, Challenge and Women's Enterprise and so on. So that's given me another facet to my experience. And in fact, I've just been asked to chair the RSE Entrepreneurial Fellowship competition in January of next year. So
fantastic. That
again is something I've been doing on the panel for the past couple of years, but obviously a little bit more responsibility when you're actually chairing a selection panel for what are very, very significant rewards. I mean, you're talking about up to a full salary of up to 50k, plus a lot of training and support and backup and introduction to other members of the Royal Society of Edinburgh. Sorry, fellows of the Royal Society of Edinburgh.
Fellows. Great, that's fantastic. Well, I'm really glad that you're going to be our guest speaker, and you'll be pleased to know that the event is actually being held by the Institute of Directors in Edinburgh.
Be better if it was in Glasgow, but
maybe next time, next year. Well, great. Thank you. I look forward to hosting you on the day, and I hope you'll come and join us at the Angel Investor Meetup on the 2nd of October at 6 o'clock in the Institute of Directors, and learn from Nick's experience and just meet other investors and people who are aspiring to be angel investors as well. Thanks.
Pleasure. See you then.